Hi, my name is Mena Lewis and I'm the commercial manager at TrustMark. And as a result of our survey last year to our registered businesses, we launched a range of benefits during the last quarter of 2023. And I'm delighted to be here today with one of our partners, My Staff Shop, who are going to talk to you about the offers that they have available to you and your employees. And there are some fantastic offers available, such as savings on supermarket shops, cinema tickets, eating out, fuel, and much more. So I'm going to hand over to Jamie, who will talk you through the process. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much, Mena. So for those of you watching, welcome. And my job today really is to show you how this platform can benefit you and your people. And then we're going to take a little bit of a look at how it all works. So I'll start by just sharing my screen here. Now, some of you may have already visited the registration page and had a bit of a look around, so that's what you can see here. If you are interested in learning more about the scheme, then you can find that information at trustmark.mystaffshop.co.uk/register. Now that will take you to this page here, and as you can see, we have a short video which explains briefly how the scheme works. And there's a section at the top here that you can click through to, which then explains how much of a discount you can get at various different types of retailers. And then over here, we have a detailed FAQ as well. So hopefully that will answer any questions you have and any others I aim to answer during the session today. Now, once you're happy with what you see here, you can progress through to the sign up stage. So clicking on that, we can see here, we've got the pricing displayed. And the important thing to understand about this is how heavily discounted this is compared to what we would charge going out to market. And the reason for that is because of your membership with TrustMark, and we want to make sure that you are getting the very best deal as part of your membership. So when you look at the setup cost, firstly, our standard setup charge for small businesses is £500. So we've actually reduced this by 75% for you, down to 125. And then you can get up to 25 employees covered for as little as £25 a month. So that's another question we've had for those businesses that have already come through and signed up for the program is the £25 per person, or is that for 25 people? Well, it's for 25 people, so it's literally £1 per person per month if you look at it that way. So really good deal, and there is huge potential to save anywhere between kind of £80 and £150 a month by using the platform. So the return on investment there is huge. Now, once you get over 25 members, I would imagine that 25 members is going to cover most businesses that have a TrustMark membership. But if you are a bigger business, we've got you covered as well. And the additional cost is only going to be 75 pence per additional member per month. So you can select additional members here, or how many members rather. So you can select that from the drop down. That will auto calculate the price. So as I tick up here, and we go up to 25, you can see that's a 125 setup plus £25 a month. And then as soon as I add an extra member, we've just got an extra 75 pence per month on there. So why are there two options? Well, the first one at the top, the My Staff Shop platform, gives you access to all of the discounts and savings featured. The one below that, which is My Staff Shop Plus Wellbeing, is going to give you access to all of those discounts and savings, but it also includes access to some really comprehensive wellbeing benefits. So that includes access to a 24/7 virtual GP service. Now that allows you to basically contact a medical professional from the comfort of your own home without having to visit your traditional GP surgery. And they can even refer you to private consultants to help you skip the queues in the NHS. And they can prescribe medication and have that delivered to your door as well. So a great service, particularly for anyone with a family with children. It also includes access to an employee assistance program. So that's basically mental health counseling and support for various different issues. We've got a digital gym on there, as well as some nutrition and healthy eating recipes and a ton of other stuff as well. So I'm going to aim to take you through all of this here today, explain how it all works. But really what I want to do first is I want to explain to you what is the benefit. What are you going to get out of this by signing up for this platform? So let's move on to that. Now, firstly, when you activate your account, you're going to have two pieces of information to get activated. So I'll just cover this first before we move on to the actual platform. Now, when you register, when you sign up, we'll obviously set up the direct debit. You'll get an onboarding series of emails just to explain how everything works. And every employee in your business is going to get an access code and a passcode. And so you'll get that as the person signing up. You can then distribute that to your team, and they can use those two pieces of information to activate their account. So they'll pop them into these boxes here, confirm they're not a robot, and accept the T's and C's, hit activate, and that's where then they'll be able to set up their accounts. Now, they'll need to pick an email address. That can be a work email or a personal email, doesn't matter. And they can add a postal address for any physical discount cards and all that good stuff as well. So that side, let's move on and demonstrate how this can benefit you. So firstly, just pointing towards the engagement bar here. Everybody who has an account, each individual, is going to have their own engagement bar with their own stats. So straight away here, the reason I'm showing you this is because you can already see how much money I've personally saved by using the platform over the last 12 months. So here we have my engagement score. This is basically telling me that I'm using lots of different parts of the site, so I'm doing well there. This number here is my lifetime shop savings. So since I started really using the platform properly at the end of 2022, I've saved over £500 just on my everyday spending. So just to be clear, this is not money that I've had to spend that I wouldn't otherwise have spent. This is money that I've spent on my supermarket shopping. It's money I've spent on my food. It's money I've spent on my fuel. It's money I've spent on presents for the kids at Christmas, all that stuff that I would spend money on anyway. So this is essentially free money. Then you've got this cashback number. So this is how much cashback I've earned through cashback links. And then over here, we have my reward beans balance. So reward beans are the virtual currency that all the cashback is paid in. I'll explain how that works in a bit more detail later on. But essentially, it's basically like Nectar points only on steroids, because you can actually do everything you can do with Nectar points and more, insofar as you can have them automatically transfer out into an ISA, so you can save them there. Or when the balance exceeds 150 quid, you can actually contact our customer services and ask them to turn it back into pounds and pennies and pop it back in your bank. So really versatile, and you can do lots with them. You can also check out and pay for things on the platform with your reward beans as well. So before I get too much more into any of that, let's just do a little bit of an exercise where we explore how much it's possible to save in just a simple week by using the platform. Now, I'm just going to stick to the kind of stuff that I imagine most of you are going to be spending money on. We're going to add that into my basket, and then at the end, we're going to add up those savings to give you an idea of how valuable this can be. So firstly, let's go for the ones that everyone's going to be spending money on: supermarket shopping. Now, I've got lots of kids, believe it or not. I've got 7 kids at home, so our food shop tends to come in at around £250 a week. Though I would imagine for most of you, if you've got a small family, that's going to be somewhere between the £100 and £150 mark. So let's assume you're shopping at somewhere like Tesco. Now, we've got all the supermarkets on here, so you can take your pick, but I'll just use Tesco as an example for this. And come down here, and let's say we're spending 125 quid a week. So add that to the cart, and we'll just continue shopping for now, and then we'll go and have a look at the savings afterwards. Okay, so that's our weekly shop. We've got some food in the house. We're going to be able to feed the kids. Now, let's go and have a look at Morrison's. So the great thing about the Morrison's digital gift card is that this one can be used for fuel purchases as well. So you can see here, Morrison's fuel. You can select either of these. They both go to the same place. But what this allows you to do is actually pay for your fuel using a discounted digital gift card, and you can save up to 4.25% when you purchase this. So so fuel, I probably spend around 70 to 80 pounds a week. That's just basically on my daily commute. Now, for those of you that are out in the vans, out in the tools, and going maybe from site to site, maybe you've got to visit a few sites in a day, maybe you've got to travel to a site that's some distance away. So it's likely that your fuel expenses are going to be higher than that in a given week. But I want to make this realistic. I want to make it conservative, so I'm just going to chuck 100 quid in there, which probably covers, the lowest level that you're going to be spending in a given week. So if I add that to my cart, and then we'll continue shopping. Now, personally, I do like a cheeky posh coffee, so my tipple is Starbucks. Now we've got Starbucks, Cafe Nero, Costa, take your pick. but I'll use Starbucks here as an example. So I would tend to have maybe one posh coffee a day when I'm out and about, and that could be 5 a week. And I tend to spend about 5. So it's going to be about 25 quid a week on coffees. And I've got a pre-denomination there for that. So I'll just add that to the cart and continue shopping. Now, I am partial to some snacks from either a supermarket or Greggs is a firm favorite if there is one around and about, especially when I used to have the construction business and would spend a lot of time out on site. You can't really beat a nice hot Greggs. So I'm just going to add some in for this as well. And I'm just going to assume we're going to spend a £5 a day through the week at Greggs as well. So I'm just going to stick 25 quid on there, and that's going to cover, basically cover breakfast. Oh, no, looked at that a bit too early. Let's just go back to here. Okay, so we've got fuel, we've got supermarkets, we've got some snacks, we've got some coffees. And so one of the things you might like to do is pop down to the pub at the weekend. Maybe that's going out for a quick beer with some mates, or maybe it's just taking the family out for Sunday lunch. Either way, we've got lots of different discounts here relating to the pub. So Green King we've got here, we've got, well, let's just use that for now actually, so that's good enough. We've got Green King, we've got Toby Carvery, Brewers Fayre, Hungry Horse, all that good stuff. This is actually a great British pub card. So this is a great card to have because this can be used at various different pubs. So you can see here we've got Chef and Brewer, Hungry Horse, Farmhouse Inns, Flaming Grill, Belhaven and Lock Fine. So this one could be used at all of those. And even the Wacky Warehouse. So for this one, let's say we're gonna go down to the pub just for a few drinks, and we might say we're going to spend 50 quid, get a few rounds in. So we'll pop that into the cart there as well. Continue shopping. Now, it might be that you have to stay away when you're working on site. That might be all week. It might be 1 or 2 nights a week. So I can't assume to know how frequently that's going to be for you, but it's probably worth adding something in there. And we've got lots of discounts for your kind of hotels and accommodation from lastminute.com. We've got Premier Inn on here as well, hotels.com, and even Airbnb. So let's chuck an Airbnb one in here. And let's say we've got a budget when we're staying away of about 50 quid a night. And let's just say it's 1 night a week for argument's sake. So we'll chuck a 50 quid one in there. There we go. And continue shopping. All right. So what other kinds of things might we need to spend money on in a given week? Let's have a think. Well, we've got over 200 different clothing brands discounted on here as well. Everything from Nike to Adidas, Under Armour, Boohoo, ASOS. There's absolutely tons to choose from. So we can definitely have a look at some clothing needs because I'm sure you all wear clothes after all. Let's have a look at, say, no, let's go for Primark actually. That'll cover the kids' clothes if you've got kids as well. And let's say between the family we're spending, I don't know, £100 a month. That's typically what most people tell me when I'm having these conversations. So that would work out to be about 25 quid a week, which we can chuck in there. And we'll continue shopping. Okay, so we've done supermarkets, we've got fuel. Let's have a look at these other gift cards in here now and just see if there's anything else that we think, yeah, do you know what? That's something that we probably spend money on. Well, there's one that jumps out straight away. So Amazon. I'm sure most of you are spending Amazon on a monthly basis, if not a weekly basis. And one thing that we do is we use the subscribe to save on here to unlock that additional 15%. And then we get an extra 2.5% by paying for that subscription with a digital gift card as well. So for us, we spend probably about £100 a month through Amazon, which I'd say is probably, based on my conversations with people, that's probably about where most of you are going to sit. So let's stick 25 quid in there just to cover the basics. Remember, this is per week, so that's 25 quid per week. Add that in there as well. So back to gift cards. Let's just see if there's anything else in here that jumps out. There's Harvester. We've got pub on there. That's fine. Oh, okay, yeah. So how could I forget? We've got Wix, B&Q. We've even got Screwfix on here. So whether that's paying for materials for your jobs throughout the week, you can absolutely use it for that. Now, one thing I would say is that with the discounted gift cards, they cannot be used to pay for credit accounts. So if you do have a Screwfix credit account, trade account as an example, you won't be able to pay your trade account with one of our discounted gift cards. However, for those ad hoc purchases, if you need to send one of the lads in to pick up some screws or maybe some ancillary tools or anything like that, then you can absolutely purchase them a Screwfix gift card, get a discount on that, and then send them in with the gift card and have them use that to pay for the goods. Now you've got B&Q on here as well. We've got Wix, we've got Toolstation, and we've even got Cashback Link for Juicing. So do check all of those out. So it might be for using, you might use this for some of the materials for your jobs. It might be that you just use it for some of the jobs that your other half gets you to do at home at the weekends. So either way, we've got you covered with a huge range of stuff. Let's just pop into B&Q here as an example. And let's say we're spending, I don't know, let's be really conservative and say it's 50 quid a week just to cover those DIY jobs. Now, we've got Screwfix on here as well, as I mentioned. You can get some great deals on tools at Screwfix when they have their offers on. So let's say we're going to be spending a bit of money on tools, whether that's hand tools or more expensive power tools in any given year. And if we said we had a budget of say 1,200 quid a year just to cover those tools, replacing things, maintenance, wear and tear, and to cover those, maybe one or two larger tool purchases in a year as well. So let's say it's about 100 quid a month. Obviously, it's not going to be 100 quid every month necessarily, but over the year, if it adds up to around that figure, then we're all good. So 100 quid a month is going to work out to be about 25 quid a week. So we'll pop that one in there as well. Okay, so let's just have a quick pop back here and just see. Now, pop to gift cards, just see if there's anything else. I think we've got most of the main ones on there, though. I mean, we've got Argos and Currys there as well. You've got your Apple Store discounts, takeaways. Well, let's pop a takeaway on, and then we'll leave it there, and we'll jump into the rest of the demo. So, Just Eat, Deliveroo, and Uber Eats. We'll pop onto Just Eat for this example, though, and let's say it's just getting the family a takeaway on a Friday night. Let's say there's a couple of kids, you and the partner. So we might be looking at somewhere between 40, 50 quid. So let's stick a Just Eat card in there for say 50 quid. That's going to cover a decent takeaway for the family. And we'll pop that in our cart as well. Right, so now the fun bit, because now we're going to go into the cart and we're going to have a look at what that typical kind of weekly spend is. And we're going to look at what we're going to save in a given week there as well. So let's go to view cart. Okay, so we've got all our main items in there. Let's just check I haven't doubled up on any of these. Asda, right, let's just get rid of Asda because that's in from a previous demo. There we go. Okay, right, so as you can see here, we've got the reward beans we've earned from the purchase, if it's only a cashback option, and we've got the upfront saving, and we've got the reward bean saving here as well. So I'm just going to go through and add these up. I've got my phone here, and I'll talk through these as I'm doing them. So first up, we've got Amazon, and we've earned 62 reward beans, so that's 62 pence. Next, we've got the Great British Pub Card, and we've got an upfront saving of £4.50 or reward beans of £4.75. So we'll add £4.75. Let's assume you're going to take the max discount, because why wouldn't you? Then we've got Tesco for that weekly shop, and we've got 531 reward beans. So that's £5.31. Primark, we've got £2.25 savings or £2.38 for the reward beans. So I'll add £2.38 in there. Then we've got Airbnb, so another £3.75 save there. Now, you'll notice these are all really small numbers, right? Morrison's there, so that's another £4.25. And so there's method in the madness. There's a reason why I'm doing this way with you. And the reason is that, yeah, they are small numbers, £2 saved there on Greg's. But small numbers add up to big numbers, and that's hopefully what I'm going to demonstrate here today. So Screwfix, we've got £1.12. So on their own, these aren't exciting, right? You're not going to get out of bed for £1.12. But I think you will get out of bed when you see how much this can potentially add up to over the course of the year. So £3.75 there for Just Eat. I'm going to save £2.25 there on B&Q. And then we're going to save another £1.88 on Starbucks. So the highest single saving we've got there is circa, about £4.50, £5 there on Tesco, £4.50 Great British Pub. So on their own, you're talking about, even on the weekly shop, you're saving basically the price of a posh coffee. All right. So if I add up all those savings in a typical week, and remember, we're not adding in any gifts or Argos or any of that kind of stuff into this. That's actually a saving of, I don't know if you can see that, but that's £32.06. Now that's a little bit better than £5, but still not a huge amount of money. Now, where this really comes into its own is where you start to multiply that out and look at what does that saving add up to over the course of a month and over the course of a year. So as a really simple calculation, what I'm going to do, because we've got a weekly value here, is I'm going to times that by 52 to get the annual saving value. I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet. And then I'm going to divide it by 12, and that's going to give me my potential monthly savings. So that's turned into £138.93 saved every month. Interesting. That's probably a bit more worth getting out of bed for that. But let's times that by 12 now and see what we can save in a typical year. So timesing that by 12, that comes to £1,667.12. So over the course of 1 year, just by using the platform for your everyday spending, every single person in your business can potentially save up to £1,000, £1,500, maybe even more every single year. This is money that you don't therefore have to give out as a pay rise. And actually, in many ways, it's better than a pay rise, because if you give a pay rise, let's say you gave everyone £1,000 pay rise, it's going to cost you £1,200 by the time you paid the employees NI contributions and pension and all that kind of stuff. And your employees only actually going to see about £670 of that in their pay packet, less than that if they're a higher rate earner. Okay, so they're actually only seeing half of the benefit you're giving them. Whereas providing them with this, you're providing them with a tool that is essentially teaching them to fish rather than just giving them the fish, right? It's giving them the tools where they can save the money themselves, they can stretch their own salaries and get the maximum bang for their buck when it comes to those everyday spending items. So think about it this way. If you just look at the supermarket shopping as an example, if you just use it for your supermarket shop, you will save, and it's regardless of how much you spend, you will save 2 whole weeks worth of free shopping per year. So that in your savings, you'll get enough money back that you'll be able to pay for 2 weeks of shopping basically for free every single year. That in and of itself is pretty incredible. But when you start to add in the fuel discounts, fuel savings, accommodation, tools, materials, popping down the pub, popping down to Greg's, and all of the other things that you can save money on using the platform, it's really powerful. And you can see how those savings can really add up. And if that isn't enough, think of it this way. If I came to you in 12 months' time and I said, hey, here's £1,600, you're not going to turn me down. In fact, I'm willing to bet you'd bite my hand off. There's no way you're not taking that £1,600 from me. So think of it in that way. Think of it as me coming to you in 12 months and giving you £1,600. And all you've got to do, the only thing you have to do is sign up for this platform and use this to make your purchases instead of using your debit card. It's as simple as that. And remember, this can be shared between your family and friends as well. So it's not just you who can benefit from this. It's one account per set of codes we give out. So one account per colleague traditionally. But I've got this set up on my wife's phone. She's got her own Apple Pay set up. I've got mine set up. And so we can actually use it independently. And we can actually, we use this where in our wider family too, because where we have my stepson as an example, he's 18, so we'd rather not send him money for obvious reasons. But if he does need to get some food when he's out and about, we can actually buy a discounted Asda gift card, send him that, and he can go and get some food, and we've saved some money in the process as well. So loads of applications, really flexible, and loads of ways that you can save, not just within your own household, but then helping your family and friends benefit as well. Because those gift cards, as I'll show you here shortly, you can take a screenshot of them and send them as a photo via WhatsApp. You can copy the link and send that out. It works just fine. There's loads of ways that you can benefit the people around you by accessing a scheme like this. So without further ado, now I've made that point, shown you how much you can potentially benefit and how much your people can potentially benefit from this. And this is great. If you have been struggling to increase rates, increase those hourly rates, and people are making noises around that, then actually potentially implementing and introducing something like this is a way to get around that in the short to medium term. So we'll leave all that in the cart, and I'll just take you through a bit of the housekeeping, and then we'll take a bit of a deeper dive into what kind of discounts and stuff are available here. So in terms of using the platform, there's a few things you should know about. You've got your name once you've signed up and activated your account up in the top left-hand corner here. And if you click on that, it's going to give you all the usual options you would expect to basically administer your account. So you can change password, email, view your order history, and all that good stuff. Moving over from there, you will see these three buttons, and the question mark is going to take you through to the help and FAQ section. So this is a really important part of the platform, because in here, you've got a quick start guide, a description of the 4 ways that you can save using the platform. And that is essentially discounted gift cards, corporate rates, cashback links, and discount codes. Then over here, we have a really extensive help and kind of tips section. So in here, you will find short videos which explain how each aspect of the platform works. So you can watch those. You've got written information here on the savings that are available. And then down here, we've even got some how-to guides, and you can feel free to download these, put them up around the offices, or even send them out on email once you've got signed up as part of your launch process. Now, there are detailed FAQs in here as well, and you've got access to a customer support team. So they can be contacted between Monday and Friday, the hours of 9 a.m. and 5:15 p.m. You can get them on phone, email, or even through the live chat. Now, everything I'm showing you here is on the desktop version, but it is all also available on the app. So once you've signed up, go onto the App Store, the Google Play Store, download My Staff Shop, and get yourselves signed in using the email address that you signed up for when you activated your account. All of the help and FAQs available through the app as well, so you can access the live chat when you're out and about, as well as at the comfort in your own home or in your office. And so with the live chat, simply click on the button, that will open up, and then you can pop your name in and you can speak to the team. They can help you in real time. So if you do get stuck, if you've got any questions, please do utilize the customer support. So moving over from the question mark, we then have this little present. And this is where you're going to find all of your unused gift cards. Now, this section is used to basically make sure you don't miss any gift cards that still have active balances on them. And you're able to remove gift cards from this list that you've used all of those balances up, or where you've used all those balances up. So why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you just use them all? Well, in the case of Morrison's, because this one can be used for the fuel purchases as well as the supermarket shop, I tend to buy a higher value gift card just so I've got it there and I can call it off every time I visit the fuel station. Now, with Morrison's, sometimes we do feature an enhanced discount here where it goes up from 4 to 6%. And so again, that's another reason why I might buy a £300, £400, £500 gift card that I can call off from and lock in that additional saving. Now, since buying this gift card, as we can see here back on the 6th of January, between my wife and I, we've bought other gift cards, we've had Amazon, we've had Tesco and all kinds of stuff. But you'll notice that they are not in the list above this one. I've got to come straight to this one. And the reason is that you can actually tick this box. And when you tick that box and reload the page, it will just simply remove that gift card from the list. So once I have used up the entire balance on this gift card, I can tick that box, it will remove it from the list. I can buy a new gift card, and the new gift card will then appear at the top so I can find it nice and easily. Just untick that though. So in terms of using the gift cards, it's dead simple. You know, just the digital gift cards, you go through the checkout process and they appear here. So once you've completed the checkout process, you'll have a button which says view order. And from there, you'll be able to click that button and then come straight to this page. When here to access the voucher, you click on the link here and this opens the gift card. So as you can see, it's just an image with a barcode. There's a PIN number and a card number on there as well, where these can be used online. And so with this now, you would simply load it on your phone, show it to the cashier, and they will take it as the payment method instead of your card. This can be, as I mentioned before, screenshotted and sent to friends or family members. You can copy this link up here as well and copy that and send that out again, either through WhatsApp or any other medium. And it's a way that you can share these gift cards really, really easily. They can be added to the Google Wallet in most cases, or the Apple Wallet as well. So just keep a lookout for that. Okay, so the heart is, so just coming back to these buttons up here, we've got a heart, and that's going to take you through to your favorites. Not a lot of point in using that though, so I'm not going to show it yet, because the easiest way to find what you're looking for is simply to come to the search bar, and this is both on the desktop and on the app. Type in the name of the retailer that you're looking for, and it will come straight up. So this is a great way to kind of sense check and make sure that you do have a discount somewhere. And really, the first thing when you sign up, what you're going to need to do, and your people as well, is essentially change your buying habits. Because the first thing you need to do to train yourself to do is to come to My Staff Shop before you hit the button and make a purchase. Come here, go to the search bar, type in the name of the retailer at which you want to spend money. And then if they come up in the list, you can select the discount that's most applicable to your circumstances, and you can get yourself a discount. So that is by far the quickest and easiest way to access these discounts. So we've split these into various different sections as well. And I'm just going to come on to Reward Beans and explain a bit more about how they work before running through some of the other stuff. So clicking on Reward Beans is going to bring you to this page here. This is your Reward Bean wallet, and one Reward Bean is worth 1 penny. So an easy way to see what this is worth in real money is just to highlight the end two numbers. They're your pennies, and everything that's not highlighted is your pounds. So my active balance here is £111.75, and I've got around £31 in pending Reward Beans. Now, you can set a saving goal here and save towards something of your choice. You can set up an ISA with our partners Cushion and have the balance automatically transfer out into that and turn it back into pounds and pennies. And you've got a full Reward Bean statement here as well, which tells you what you've spent, what you've earned. And then here is the pending tab. So where I've earned the enhanced discount here, I can see what retailer I've earned it at, how many Reward Beans I've earned, and when that's due to be paid. Now, these at the top where the payment date is a bit further in the future are where I've clicked a cashback link rather than taking the enhanced discount. And that does take a little bit longer to come through. Now, with Reward Beans, I mentioned before that you can actually have these turned back into pounds and pence. So when your Reward Bean balance over here exceeds £150, contact customer services and you can ask them to turn it back into pounds and pennies and pop it back into your bank. Now, let's have a look how this works in practice. We'll pop over here to, in fact, we've got some stuff in our basket already. So we can just go here. We'll remove some of these. We've just got the one for simplicity's sake. Get rid of those. And then go to checkout. Continuous payment. Okay, so on our checkout page, we've got a few options. We've got a £125 gift card here. In fact, no, we'll stick with that. So I've got three options here in terms of how I check out. I can either earn the Reward Beans, which is my enhanced discount. So I'm going to get the 4.25% here rather than the 4% if I select this option. But that does mean I pay full price for the gift card. So it's a £125 gift card and I'm paying 125 quid. But I'm going to get the discount, which is £5.31 in this case, paid to me in Reward Beans within 2 weeks. Now, if I didn't want to earn Reward Beans, but I wanted to take that discount immediately right now, I've got the option to do that here as well. So just click on Get a Discount. And as you can see, that removes the discounted amount from the total. And now I'm only paying £120 to get £125 to spend in store. The other option I've got, though, is to pay with my Reward Beans. So if I select this option, I can actually either use my entire balance. So in this case, £111.75, which reduces the cost of the gift card to £13.25. Or I can use part of my Reward Beans. So let's say I just want to do 50 quid, stick that in there, and that's reduced the cost of that gift card by £50. So I'm essentially using my savings here to pay for my stuff, which is great. So once you've selected your payment method and how you want to earn your discount, Simply hit pay now and your gift card will appear in your unused gift card section up here. Okay, so that's Reward Beans, that's how to purchase. Now, be aware that there are physical cards and digital cards. So I've made reference to the digital cards as well already. They are available instantaneously as soon as you've completed the checkout process. And we also offer plastic gift cards for some retailers. So in that case, you order it through the platform with a balance preloaded. We send it out to you completely free of charge. We don't charge anything for the plastic gift card itself. And once it arrives, you're free to use that as your payment method in store in place of your credit or debit card. Now, it's a reloadable plastic card, so what you have to do after that point is come onto here and top your card up. And it can take up to 2 days for those top-ups to arrive on the card. But the way people like to use these is they'll typically top up their Asda card or Tesco card for the month, top it up when they get paid, and then they'll call that off the card as they go through the month. Now, don't worry, if you do lose your card, then you can always get that balance transferred onto a new card and get that new card sent out to you. So just contact customer services. You can find your card number, which will be registered within your account here, give them that, and then they'll be able to sort you out a new card and take any existing balance you had on the old one and port it over there for you. So we've got all the supermarkets featured on here, as you can see. And M&S and Iceland, you can get an extra discount and you can save 7% of both of these. You do that by using the Love to Shop card up here. And again, this is a physical plastic card that you can order, but with this one, you save 7% every time you top it up. So if you put 100 quid on here, you're going to save 7 quid. It's only going to cost you 93, but you still get 100 quid to spend in store. Now, the Love to Shop card can also be used for Love to Shop holidays, and we have lots of different staycations or indeed holidays abroad featured in here, as well as corporate rates for places like Alton Towers, Legoland and Sea Life, Haven, National Trust. So whether it's a day out, whether it's a cheeky weekend away, or even a few weeks somewhere hot and sunny, we've got you covered with some discounts on here. Now, Love to Shop Holidays is great because with this, you get their dedicated Love to Shop Holidays website. And when there, you can choose your holiday from a choice of over 50 different tour operators, a selection of which you can see on the screen in front of you here. The difference, though, with this is that you can actually pay for your holiday on Love to Shop using your Love to Shop card. And as you now know, you save 7% when you top that up. So if you were to pay for a holiday that was going to cost £1,000, as soon as you top up your card to pay for that, you're going to save 70 quid straight off the bat. We've got other discounts, cashback links and discount codes for other kinds of holiday retailers as well. So as you can see a few here, Jet2, Chewy, EasyJet, and a few more down there as well. So do take some time to explore those. We've got My Holiday Extras as well. So that gets you discounts on things like airport transfers, VIP lounges, parking, and all that good stuff. So plenty to choose from and explore. Local Deals is a great part of the site because it is where we feature those smaller local businesses, probably much like yourselves, that really are the lifeblood of the British economy. So if you do have know someone with a side business, maybe it's a friend or family member who's got a side hustle, or even just somewhere local that you like spending money at and you want to continue supporting, but also wouldn't mind a discount, you can actually come on here and you can recommend a local deal using this tab here. It's completely free for the business. All they need to do is give us a discount that we can pass on to you, and we don't make any money out of this aspect of the site. It's literally there as a value add to help support those smaller local businesses. Now, it will pick up your location from your GPS, or you can pop your postcode or town into this box here, and it will center you on the map. To explore this, you can simply click on these beacons, and that will then reveal these balloons. Hover over those, or even click on them, and that will reveal more information about that particular discount. Or if it's easier, you can scroll down and you can have a look at all the featured offers from the list below. I've just realized we've jumped back onto platforms. Bear with me a second. Okay, great. So you've got the TrustMark benefits section here as well. So here you'll find some additional discounts and information on some of the voluntary insurance policies that are available to you. You've got 3 options here to choose from when it comes to insurance. That's your cancer insurance, which provides a lump sum cash payout on the diagnosis of cancer, and that's either 25k or 50k. You've got the health and wellness plan over here, which is a lot more comprehensive. It covers 8 different categories, from hospital stays through to alternative treatments, dental, optical, prescriptions, and even having kids. And then NHS Extra down here, which is a dedicated hospital and accidental death cash plan, which is designed to pay out up to £100 a night should any of your people find themselves in hospital for any reason. And it also comes with an accidental death benefit with a payout of up to £10,000. So if you do want any more information on any of that, reach out to one of the team and we'll be happy to assist. Or you can jump onto these tabs here and you can request more information through these tabs. The final thing I need to show you today is actually before we do this, the wellbeing stuff, let's just have a quick look at the engagement drivers because I think you'll love these. So we've got the price drop. This is designed to be a more expensive product experience, and we make one available on the platform to purchase periodically, but we drop the price every second that goes by. We're just waiting for this one to be replaced, as this one has recently been purchased, but it might be an experience day out doing a hot air balloon trip, or it might be a spa break or a chocolate tasting experience or something like that. A good example of something we've had on here recently was an Ernest Jones Jewelers gift card worth £2,500. Someone actually purchased that after it was on the platform for 4 days for just 1,200 quid. So whatever they hit their eye on from the jewelers, they managed to get that at a whopping 50% discount. Pretty cool. Then we've got the daily offer. Now, daily offer is a good one because you can get enhanced discounts on here. You can get freebies like free sausage roll at Greg's, free Costa coffee, and you can get additional fuel discounts as well. So the difference is when you see the fuel discounts featured on the daily offer, you can fill your vehicle up anywhere, send us in your receipt, and we'll apply the discount to your credit account, to your Wallbeans account. Then we also have our lottery as well. Now, you're not going to win millions of pounds by playing this, but the added benefit to this is that it's completely free of charge to play, so it's not going to cost you a penny. We do run one draw a month, and you can win some pretty decent prizes. So there's a private jet trip this month. We've had a brand new BMW Series 1 in prime months, also package holidays and loads of other stuff as well. You can win different prizes for matching different numbers of balls. And as I said, it's free to enter, so you'd be crazy not to. So just jumping back quickly onto the TrustMark benefits, we also have a plethora of wellbeing benefits on here for you if you sign up for the My Staff Shop plus the wellbeing package. And the first of which is the 24/7 virtual GP service. So with this, you can access it through the My Staff Shop account, but all of the wellbeing benefits are housed within our partner app called Spectrum.life. Now, we can access those through these quick links here. That will take us straight through to the app. And we've got 24/7 virtual GP, EAP, Employee Assistance Program, digital gym, and a bunch of other stuff on here as well. The virtual GP, as I mentioned earlier, gives you the ability to book appointments with qualified medical professionals, whether it's an issue for you or for maybe a child or whatever it might be. You can get professional medical advice in real time. You can get appointments within 24 hours, even phoning at peak times like 8:30 in the morning. And as I mentioned previously, they can prescribe medication, have it delivered to your door, and even refer you down the private route if you needed to skip those queues in the NHS for something a bit more serious. You get your own dedicated line. You phone that number, give them your company code, which will be displayed in the platform, and then they will proceed to book that appointment for you. The other benefits then we have are, as I mentioned, housed within Spectrum. So let me just get signed in here. And so this is a separate app as well. So you can download this as an app for the mobile phone. And I'm just going to quickly run you through the benefits you can find here. So first up, we have the EAP, which can be found under 24/7 support. Essentially, you can phone this number or request a callback to talk to them to get support about pretty much anything. And you've got some ideas about what kind of assistance and help you can get from the team there. And as you can see, it's a wide range of things. Next, we have the Wellness Hub. So we have an insights quiz here, which is going to tailor the content that's displayed to you on the platform, depending on where you are and what your health and wellness goals are. In the fitness section here, we have a section that links to your wearables. So this will track your steps and your kilometers walked. Scrolling down, then we have a variety of different workout plans that you can choose from. And as you can see, there's lots of different stuff here to choose from. If we click on one of these, we can see how this works. We've got a separate page for each exercise. It tells you how many reps to do. You've got a description of how to do it here, and even a video to show you the proper form and technique to make sure you're doing it effectively and safely. Staying on fitness, we have the digital gym as well. So here, these are pre-scheduled classes that are delivered live by these fitness professionals throughout the week. And you can log on and you can watch these either live, or it's already happened. You can pop onto here and you can watch them on demand as well. So you can go back to view previous weeks and explore the exercise sessions that have already happened. Or you can go ahead of time and you can plan out your exercise sessions for the weeks ahead. This is great if you are staying away on site, haven't necessarily got access to a gym. There's plenty of workouts here that you can do in the comfort of your hotel room. Now that's a weekly timetable. You've also got a list of all the classes on this central tab here. And you've got full training plans where we've organized those training sessions into full programs up to 16 classes, and you can explore those here. So again, lots of different things to choose from. And if we just click into Fitness Combat, you can see how this is laid out. So there we have 16 classes. Each class is around 30 to 40 minutes, and you can work through those at your leisure. As I mentioned, we also have nutrition on here. So it's a food diary that's going to track your macros and your calories. And then down here, we have over 400 healthy eating recipes that you can choose from. I personally love these air fryer Italian chicken and air fryer fritters, but there is loads of stuff here that you can try. You've got a food diary as well. So if you did want to track your calories, you can do that here. And if there's something that you wanted to add to the food diary that doesn't appear in the recipe book, you can add a custom log here as well. The Wellbeing Center is where you will find various different wellbeing pathways with educational content on various different topics relating to health and wellbeing. So feel free to explore those. You can click on the recommended for me section here, and that will take you through to your recommended pathways based on the results from your insights quiz. And then we have the Be Calm space here. So these are meditations, breathwork, and mindfulness exercises designed to help with everything from improving performance through to reducing stress and anxiety, and even helping with sleep. And as you can see, there's tons to choose from here as well. And again, remember, this might not just be you accessing this. This can be people at home as well. Soundspace then is our collection of curated podcasts. So you've got expert delivered podcasts here on family life, mental health, and various different other things that you can check out when you're driving around in the van. And then finally, we have the Wellbeing series, which is basically virtual events. They're about 45 minutes long, and they're designed to prepare you and educate you on things that you might need as we move through the year. So they're topical, often relate to initiatives or things that are happening in that given month in a wider context, and so can be really valuable as well. Now, from here, you can always go back to My Staff Shop through to the TrustMark platform and carry on saving. And the two really do work seamlessly together. So that just about concludes the webinar for today, this demo of the TrustMark Rewards platform. I hope you found that useful. I hope it's demonstrated to you how this can be a benefit to not only to you and your business, but also to your wider team. I strongly encourage you to go and have a deep dive, have a look at the information. Remember, you've got the register page here as well. So if you do want to learn more about the scheme, then you can go to trustmark.mystaffshop.co.uk/register. Let's refresh there if we just type that in. So you can see it on the screen, register, there we go. And that takes you through to the page where you can watch the video and read some more of the information here. But failing that, if you do need more information, you can submit an application here. We can have a chat. We can book some time to talk you through how it works, get you enrolled, and get it all set up so that people can start saving straight away. So that is it from me. Thank you very much to Mena and the team over at TrustMark, and thank you to all of you who've tuned in to watch this today. Really appreciate you taking the time to come and explore how these benefits can help you and your team. If you do have any questions, as I mentioned, you've got more information on the link there, and you can feel free to reach out to one of us to have a conversation if you'd like to learn more. So thanks very much, and enjoy the savings.